Hi, this is Jenny Spinner, Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I am here with,
Liz Parker Kuhn, senior editor.
and we are here to talk about the new product highlights for the month of November 2024. Once again, the snack and bakery producers came through with some really innovative products. Some of them I think are really interesting, and I hope you find them interesting too. Um, Liz, why don't you start out since I'm being goofy today?
Hmm. So our first product is Magnolia Bakery's frozen to thaw banana pudding. Magnolia Bakery is pretty famous for their cupcakes. If you're a fan of Sex and the City, that's where they got some notoriety. But this is their banana pudding, which is also kind of famous. But the problem is it's pretty hard to freeze banana pudding. So they invented a frozen to thaw, which means it doesn't melt when you thaw it from frozen in the fridge. So it can kind of cycle between the fridge and the freezer, which is, I think, pretty interesting.
This is timely because I went to an Aldi event, the Aldi Charcuterie Chalet, and then on my way back home, I stopped at the Magnolia Bakery location downtown near the Chicago Theater. I had their cupcakes before, but I've never had their banana pudding. And let me tell you, if this frozen to thaw banana pudding product that they've come out for retail is like a fraction as good as the fresh stuff that they have in the store, I will be a fan and spend way too much money on it. Not to fan out, but when a product is good and a product is good, Magnolia Bakery does apparently not mess with quality. Being a premium brand, they kind of depend on that reputation. So it'd be interesting to see exactly how this measures up to the original recipe, so to speak. So I'll check it out when I see it. Um, I have a product. Uh, wait till you guys hear this. Solely has been a company that has been fun to follow. I first talked to one of their founders a couple months ago. Basically, it's all fruit products with a simple label in the better for you space. And they've been growing to the point where you can find them everywhere from convenience stores to Whole Foods. Whole Foods, the one that I go to, if you're going to self-checkout, you got to go through an impulse alley, but that impulse alley is filled with, in addition to chocolatey things, a lot of fruit jerky. And Soli has been in that space for a while. Now they've come out with fruit jerky and whole fruit gummies. Like their other products, a super short ingredient list, fruit and not much else. And it's been fun to see a company that I first talked to more than a year ago grow, and now they're in even my tiny little Target, which doesn't carry a whole lot of stuff, has seen fit to give them some significant shelf space. So I find it interesting, and we'll see how well that this new product resonates with consumers.
Yeah, I really like their stuff as well. I actually get it from my CVS. I have their Care Pass thing, so like every month I get $10. There's nothing I really need at CVS, so I usually just kind of look to see what they have for snacks. So CVS also has like an impulse area. It's like, but
Yeah.
it's like a better for you little area, which is kind of interesting. So a lot of brands we write about, including this one. So I really like their fruit jerky. I think I did try the gummies. Those were pretty good too.
Yeah, they were generous with their samples, and then it didn't last long, which is I appreciate it. First couple, I tell people this all the time. The first couple months, I said yes to everything and didn't share a whole lot. So thanks to the generosity of people that would send me things like 5 pound box of brownies. I gained 10 pounds in 2 months. But I do appreciate when BFY companies like Soli send me their stuff because it's still tasty, but a little less naughty, for lack of a better word. Liz, why don't you take your next product?
So the next product is not a better for you product. It's Casey's pickle wrap pizza. I don't know if this is just a Midwest thing. So like pickle pizza is definitely everywhere. I'm a huge fan of it, but this has pickles, cream cheese, ham, bacon, mozzarella, and cheddar cheese. So it's more like a pickle wrap, but on a pizza.
Yeah.
And Casey's is like a gas station, like convenience general store
Mhm.
type thing. We don't have a ton around here, but I've seen some when I've been traveling. But they always have inventive like inventive pizza flavors. So should be interesting. See if if that resonates with consumers or not.
Yeah. Oh, for those who aren't familiar, pickle pickle pickups or pickle roll-ups, the name changes, but the recipe basically stays the same. So it's bargain lunch meat like budig, you lay it down, and then you spread it with cream cheese, and then you put like a good sized like a kosher dill pickle on it. You roll it up so it looks like a little burrito, and then you cut it into slices. And it's delicious enough that there used to be, and I don't know if it's open anymore. If you ever make it to St. Paul, Minneapolis area, Psycho Susie's Motor Lodge, a bar that also had appetizers on its bar menu, and that was one of them. And I traveled all the way from Chicago for an event one time, and that's like, this sounds amazing. So this is their version of that. I know there's a Casey's here and there in the Chicago area, but they tend to be, because they're gas stations, little like convenience stops, they tend to be on highways. So there was one that I would pass on my way to and from I went to the University of Illinois, which is like a 3-hour drive. And there was a Casey's just like smack dab in the middle that I would stop at. Um, Pizza's kind of hard to eat in the car while you're driving. So I think I might have passed it up, but this is intriguing enough, and I love pickles enough that I might seek this out. My next product is Manitoba Harvest Super Seed Clusters. So another, is all my stuff better for you? What's wrong with me? I always like when snack companies come out with better for you stuff. This is upright flexible pouches with blends of seeds and ancient grains. The thing that caught me is it's a blend. It's not just like sweet flavors. There's a savory barbecue flavor. So it's a nice mix of things, because I'm a sweet girl. I like sweets. But occasionally when somebody wants, something salty, something savory, you've got that too. So having those kind of options within one BFY line is pretty novel, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And then like Super Seeds, another BFY product. I think people are looking for something that they can eat that's not gonna, break the bank, so to speak, in
Yeah.
terms of calories, ingredients, things like that. My next product was interesting to me because it's Norman Love Confections Thanksgiving pies. So at first I saw that and I thought it was a candy chocolate company. But apparently they also do pies. So I believe they had like standard like pecan pie, things like that for Thanksgiving. So I thought that was really interesting. And they do have like little boutiques, so my guess is they're selling them there.
Yeah. I Who doesn't love pies? Who doesn't love a company branching out into new territory? So yeah, I'd be interested in checking these out. I'm not one to say no to pie. So my next product is Nature Valley, General Mills brand, has come out with Yo Bark. So picture, we're right on top of the Christmas season, and something that a lot of families have is almond bark. Whether you make it at home or you buy it, it's just big hunks of chocolate with maybe almonds, sometimes chunks of peppermint in it. It's nothing but pure indulgence. Well, Yo Bark is yogurt based rather than chocolate, and Nature Valley's signature granola. So that's interesting because it's a better for you version of a classic indulgent treat. And we're going to find out a little bit more of this because Brett, our multimedia specialist, is going to be talking to General Mills about it and how they collaborated with the U.S. Dairy Checkoff Program to come up with this. Basically, the mission, this collaboration is to get people to eat more healthful, wholesome, nutritious cow juice products. So that's a fun union and a fun product.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting. I've never had like almond bark, but like I've had, like bark with peanuts or other than usually like chocolate with peanuts. So this sounded interesting to me, like a yogurt bark that would be tasty. So I would be up for trying that as well. My next product is AMC cinnamon butter microwave popcorn. So this is, as the title implies, something that you make at home. And I think AMC first released their ready to eat popcorn 2 years ago. So this is an extension of that line. And as someone who loves movie theater popcorn, I would definitely try this. The cinnamon should make it like a salty sweet type of snack. So we'll see if consumers pick it up at the grocery store.
Yeah, I don't I like to play with popcorn when I make it at home. I will put not ready to eat stuff that I pop myself. I will put butter and Parmesan and garlic.
Ooh.
Sometimes just butter and salt. I have put, oh, this is great. When you go to the movies, get yourself popcorn, tell them to just go crazy with the butter, and then you pour snow caps in, and the popcorn gets all melty and it's messy as heck. So you're gonna need a lot of napkins, but that's really good. Cinnamon butter, that sounds fun. There's another movie chain that Alamo Draft House. So if you go, you can get like a giant bowl of popcorn and free refills. But the specialty popcorns, which include, I think, jalapeno cheddar and
Ooh.
churro, which is like it's cinnamon and butter, but then there's pieces of churro in the popcorn, which is just nuts, and I'm making myself hungry eat it. But I don't always have time to go to the theater. I don't always want to make it myself. So I'm thankful to the AMC people for making this because I love me some good popcorn, especially microwave popcorn, because it's hot, ready to go, and easy to make. So as a popcorn loving consumer, I'm intrigued. So I bet there's others out there like me. My next one, Manischewitz, is a traditional familiar brand, especially if you are Jewish or like me, Jew adjacent, and love their mixes of things like, excuse me, matzo ball soup. Their macaroons are crazy. Those are really good. Um, but even their potato pancake or latkes are potato pancakes. They're labor intensive. If you are making them from scratch, you have to shred potatoes and onions, and you mix it all up with some flour and onion, and you fry it, and oil gets everywhere. The mix saves some steps. You just add water, you mix it up, but you still got to fry it. The idea of latkes that I just heat up and then they're ready to go, that appeals to me because it cuts out all the stuff that you or your bubby, if you're Jewish, would do, and just gets the pancakes directly uh, closer to your face. Um, so I will definitely be looking out for these as a fan of Jewish food. And if you're not a fan of Jewish food or not familiar, if you're Polish, they're a lot like your grandma's potato pancakes. I'm definitely interested.
I'd be curious to try this out. So, every year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, my family's tradition is kind of to do like, we'll have a regular meal, but then we'll do like appetizers. And it's just like all the frozen appetizers you can think of. And it's just like fun because it's like you can have whatever you want. So we always do Trader Joe's frozen latkes.
Mm.
So I'd be curious to like taste test and see which are better because theirs are very good and very easy to heat up. I've tried making latkes from scratch before. It's hard. The recipe I had was like it was actually just buying like frozen hash browns and kind of adding stuff to it, but it's hard to do. So I think frozen ones are a lot easier.
Yeah, convenience. Yay.
My next product is also a frozen product. It is Mimi Chang's dumplings. So Mimi Chang is in the New York City area, and I believe this was a small launch. It was just in Whole Foods in New York City. So I was excited that they sent me some. And you've got your typical-ish flavors. Looking at my notes here, you've got like heritage pork, and then you've got a chicken bok choy zucchini combo. But the third flavor was chicken parmesan, which I've never seen before in a dumpling pot sticker format. So I'm curious to try it. I've tried the pork and the chicken so far, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of frozen Chinese food. If you've ever tried to make dumplings or pot stickers yourself, they're crazy labor intensive. Or if you come from a Polish family, if you've ever tried to make a pierogi yourself, it's basically the same concept, filling around or inside a wrapper. Um, and I love the idea of having variety and convenience for dumpling brands. And Mimi Chang's is a fun brand to follow. Oh gosh, we're almost to the end. So Jimmy John's peppermint chocolate cookie. It's a seasonal item, and I'm a fan of desserts. So when I go to a sandwich place like them, I always like appreciate having a sweet option. The thing that got me, it's a cookie with Oreo in it. So it's a cookie with cookie pieces in it. And I was like, that's crazy. It's like cookie inception. But it's a fun brand partnership. Jimmy John's bringing in the beloved Mondelez cookie in their cookies. It's a fun idea.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until you said that, like a cook-inception or like cookieception. But it's funny because a lot of things have like Oreo pieces or similar. I was at Tiger Sugar the other day, which is a bubble tea place chain around here, and my husband got it was a drink with like some sort of crushed cookie piece in it. It was really good,
Yeah.
like a bubble tea drink. So I think more and more food brands are just kind of sticking Oreos or cookies. But this is especially funny, especially notable since it already is a cookie.
Yeah. Um, I'm a fan of like Oreo, just like spreading their brand name around in places you wouldn't expect. I've got waiting for me my afternoon reward, a bottle of the collaboration with Coke, the zero the zero sugar Oreo Coke. Um, it's an acquired taste, but I think it's really great. So yeah, keep it coming, Mondelez. Put Oreo everything in dog food, in makeup, in I don't know, tea, whatever. Um, it's fun to watch companies like Mondelez have fun with their company and Jimmy John's to bring them in on partnerships. So I'm a sucker for collabs, so keep them coming. If you've seen anything like Cookieception while you're out and about, or just any product that your company has put out or that you've gone to the CVS snack rack and seen, send it to me at spinnerj@bnpmedia.com. Or Liz, do you want emails? Liz gets a lot
Sure.
of emails.
My new email is parkercoone@bnpmedia.com.
Yeah, and it's been fun. We will see you in a little bit to talk about our favorite products of the year, I think. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So long.